The the first thing that really became useful for me was we've been growing a local tech community for the last couple years. Actually, we just started a third year of meetups here locally, and it's becoming like a fairly large community. We're getting hundreds of people to show up at our monthly meetups in a small town of 50,000 people in our city. And so as the community started growing and we're using Luma, we wanted to figure out, how do you turn this into something else, or how do we use this data that's in Luma to let people connect? And so we wanted to build a directory. And up until then, I just had this Webflow site, which was like hodgepodge together using their CMS and a couple integrations. That was like a very basic directory. But every time like I had to update something, I had to update it. If somebody wanted to change their logo or change anything in the site, they had to send me a request or fill out a form, or then I had to go in and manually update that. And then I was like, this is just not going to scale. And then also we had two different sources of truth. Like people would subscribe on the website and that wouldn't send to Luma. So now our Luma events calendar and like my mailing directory were always out of sync. And so somebody would be on the mailing list, but not in Luma, and they would get an invite to the event, but not the newsletter. And it's like, oh, and so like, I just started thinking, how do we fix this? So I was just like, what if I feed the Luma documentation to Replit and I just ask it, hey, can we just sync this data? I just want to pull this data into a database. Let's sync our attendee data. And I want you to run that once a day so that we sync our newsletter to the Luma data. And then whenever anybody subscribes to the newsletter, I want you to send them to Luma and send them an invite to our next event. And so that's where this kind of started.